Now, back to the issue of Atiku, if I got that clear, it seemed to me that the ADC crisis is partly self-inflicted, the inability to have clarity on foundational issues and kicking the can down the road.
If Peter Obi does not secure the ticket and he's leaving the ADC and his followers are living with him to do whatever they want to do, that means they are users.
Please, I beg, who know Atiku? Atiku Abubakar. Mona Tagam, I beg, with all due respect. I beg, Oga, no contest. We don't want you as president.
You cannot say the movement that happened in 2022 to 2023 of Obi has now surpassed all the movement and all the loyal fans that Atiku has had for decades.
Peter Obi is honestly unbelievable. I posted a video just yesterday, Peter Obi, where he was lampooning. But you have become the quintessential example.
I've joined the NDC. NDC service to Nigeria.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Planet TV News, Gist and Blog. Atiku is crying. Atiku is crying simply because Peter Obi Kwankwaso defected from ADC to NDC. You see, he's crying. Some people will say, hey, na hold video, hey, not concern me. But I don't know why this man wants to become president by every means necessary. This is what led to the confusion in PDP. He refused to step down. He had been contesting since 1993, and he said he must be president. Every tenure, every time for a presidential election is always his last time. Now, I want you guys to watch this particular video with me of these K-Akas, those haters that hate Peter Obi for no reason, and what they said regarding to this issue. We'll be right back to also talk about those that love Peter Obi that hate Atiku. But I want you guys to watch this particular video with me. We'll be right back.
How many of you remember that lady from K-Hackers Club who asked Obi to leave the ADC if he thinks he is that important? Let's watch the video again.
You know, when you say ADC is standing because of Obi, was it Obi who orchestrated the coalition from the first place? You cannot say the movement that happened in 2022 to 2023 of Obi has now surpassed all the movement and all the loyal fans that Atiku has had for decades. Do you understand me? So when you say a party is standing because of somebody, then let him leave. Leave.
So my sister, breaking news. Peter Obi has now left the ADC for you people, and he has left with Kwankwaso.
Coalition should be able to face whatever comes out of it. If Peter Obi does not secure the ticket and he's leaving the ADC and his followers are living with him to do whatever they want to do, that means they are users. Because they didn't tell you that come and join the ADC and we are assuring you that you will be our candidate. Come and join the ADC and whoever emerges, the rest of us will support. So if Peter Obi does not emerge as the ADC presidential candidate and he's leaving the ADC, then he's an enemy of the country. And that is fact.
Like I've always said, I'm not a follower of ADC. I'm a believer of Peter Obi. And so if ADC is not giving him ticket, I'm not going to stand with anybody that they would give that ticket in ADC. Like you said, it's a straightforward, direct question, because looking at where we are in Nigeria today, the basic issues that we have, the only person that I have seen that will be able to manage our resources, that's the basic problem we have, is management of our resources. We are still very rich, but the person who will help to manage our resources has been the problem. And for me, I see that in the person of Peter Obi. And a lot of persons who are talking about ADC today, I can bet you that over 80% of people will migrate from ADC.
So Atiku can now have his way. He can do whatever he wants to do with the ADC. We have carried our problem and gone. We have moved our tents to NDC. So my sister, I hope you are happy now. And I wish the ADC good luck with their court cases.
Now, You listening to what this guy said regarding to Peter Obi? Oh, if Peter Obi leave ADC, he will no longer be relevant. How can you say that? But anyway, before we deliberate on that, I also want you guys to watch this particular video from Arise TV News when this particular man said that, okay, this is what actually happened in ADC, the ADC consensus, what they were planning, and the things that they put in place before this whole defection and everything happened. I want you guys to watch it. We'll be right back.
Let's talk about these issues of consensus. Is the ADC thinking of, using consensus as a method for electing its presidential candidate?
Absolutely. I mean, we are left with two options: direct primaries and consensus. And for us, we are trying as much as possible to adopt consensus approach, because that is the least costly for us. Given the delegates, that's the indirect primaries, is no longer on the table. So we are left with those two options, consensus and direct primaries. And for us, the best case scenario is to be able to engineer consensus. And that's what we are working on.
And a whole lot of in the coalition is that we will, the first option will be to work out a consensus. If that doesn't, of course, emerge, then we go for direct president. I mean, I will support anybody who emerges.
Right. So either a consensus candidate, and that's the first option.
Yes, that's the first option as far as the party is concerned. We will aim at consensus. If we don't get it, then we go for elections.
Right. That sounds like something that will be terribly disputatious.
I don't expect we will get to that level, because we are dealing with really mature politicians and experienced politicians as well.
But you're also dealing with people with huge political ambitions.
Ambition, well, that's a different thing altogether. But we have all agreed that this is the way to save democracy in this country.
Nigerians are calling for Atiku to step down. If he not step down, there's no how he's going to become president. But it's just like it's a tool that is being used to fight against opposition. So that's how I see Atiku. But I want you guys to watch this particular video from perspective, what they said to Atiku, that Atiku step down. I want you guys to watch it. We'll be right back.
Please, I beg, who know Atiku? Atiku Abubakar. Mona Tagam, I beg, with all due respect. I beg, Oga, no contest. We don't want you as president. We don't want you as president. Please, we beg you in the name of God. Nigerians don't want you.
What you want to do? What you want to do? 33, 93, now Atiku the contest, they come.
93 ba?
Yeah, 93.
Before
33 years.
At 93 years or 1993?
1993. 33 years.
But you don't be vice. You know, see some people where you get people with them born to be vice presidents.
Like calling, vice president is calling.
So what's his problem? I beg Atiku, we don't want you make you contest. We tell you the truth. I mean, the old brain wanna take around the country. Now you go to take on now. No be jet. It no be.
Now him be the king of privatization now. Not being lead the council. They privatize every sector, steel, refine everything. No one they work. So what you want to do? I want to privatize us.
You want privatize us?
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder they try to privatize P2B.
I did tell you now.
You want privatize her? My man, look at move.
Baba, beg, airports, just step down. See, people go respect you. You will not be the king.
Let me tell you the truth, in case you don't know. If you really want your name to enter history article, come and talk, say, all your votes, your support, your energy, your women, all, you are stepping them down for P2B.
I'm telling you, that guy would have written his name.
Baba, P2B Kwankwaso is a mad combo.
Very mad
joke.
One.
We did very serious.
No, but on a more serious note, Atiku needs to let go. You understand? How many times you don't try, you don't do. The problem with Nigeria be say the old they are never letting go. We need to learn something in this country. The old needs to pave way for the new. The politics for movie they don't want let
Baba,
go.
old no they pave way for new for Nigeria.
They don't want let go.
You know, say sugar daddies they do our babe.
Hi, they don't want let go. They hold tight.
Babe, the old go collect them. Every opportunity where you get, the old
collect them.
They're waiting on I want. Make the young do.
Leaders of tomorrow don't tire.
Even people where they go find work safe. The old they tell them say they need people who get as you young now. The old people who get the job they say they need young people with old experience.
I want to call happen now. I want to happen. Give us a chance. When most of these people rule this country, the military guys, they were in their 20s, 27, 30s. But right now,
they feel very strong saying
coup
go happen for Nigeria.
You're listening to what he said. So I also want you guys to watch this particular video from Arise TV News, what they also said about Atiku again. We'll be right back.
Now back to the issue of Atiku, if I got that clear. I didn't hear that, but let me attempt. Yeah, the quick question is that, look, many people are concerned about ADC from formation. I read a tweet by Oseni where it says that these presidential guys will fall out because of, ADC will end, will fall out, will scatter, if you like, during the presidential contest. There are several issues that the ADC did not deal with timelessly. Maybe because Erufai, who had a better clarity about this matter, was not available. We had conversations on public domain where the issue of zoning was clear. They should have one word order. Issue of how to deal with the princess, if they're going to go consensus, you don't wait for INEC, you should have had a clarity. This is not addressed. Now, Atiku Abubakar himself, the narrative has always been that this is a party created for him. But it might not be true. But that narrative, the leadership of the party never worked hard enough or never succeeded. Maybe they couldn't to dispel those concerns. And now we have a situation where the party is now weakened at the point where it should be stronger. Okay, now, we had the Tinubu government or INEC hit them hard and people have sympathy, said it was an effort to destroy them. They're just getting out of that with a partial victory in the Supreme Court and they're hit with this exodus. So it seemed to me that the ADC crisis is partly self-inflicted, the inability to have clarity on foundational issues and kicking the can down the road, hoping that somehow there could be a strategy to confuse combatants and everybody will maybe walk into a cul-de-sac and they will pull back. And that brings the issue of clarity. It's not good to always leave these issues unclear. Define what people stand on zoning, define what they stand on this. So that those who enter have clarity. You ask people to enter, they enter after 2 months. You've not defined the central questions in which they enter the party. I think that was a self-inflicted error and maybe point to poor leadership and lack of clarity at this point.
Now, you listening to what the Arise TV News guy said. So, but I also want you guys to watch this particular video from Channel Television when the guy talk about the ADC alignments and the confusions and the things that happen in ADC. And I want you guys to watch it with me. We'll be right back.
Well, I'm surprised you call it a realignment. I don't see any alignment in that realignment you suggest. It was just a few days ago we were talking about the events that occurred in Ibadan, the so-called Ibadan Accord, with all of these individuals present. What happened? What has happened? Now, the narrative has been that the APC is responsible for all of the turmoil that we have witnessed in the opposition parties. Now, are we now to also suggest that these events that's playing out in the last 48 hours were also engineered by the APC? Now, maybe someone will actually do that with a bold face to say that, look, maybe the APC did something to cause, Peter Obi Kwankwaso to, abandon the ADC now into their new party. Look, these fellows are very unserious. And, I don't know how anyone takes them that seriously. These are opposition figures who ought to be concerned about enacting a blueprint for an alternative vision of governance in this country. What are they doing? They're busy just, running from pillar to post, looking for a cheap, inexpensive, maybe even free platform to offer them, the presidential ticket on a platter of gold. These are individuals who have demonstrated almost as though it's, ingrained in their DNA to never stay and remain to solve problems. Leadership is about problem solving. It's not about simply looking for some, glitter and, going there to grab it. Peter Obi is honestly unbelievable. I posted a video just yesterday on Twitter where a video of Peter Obi where he was lampooning politicians who move from place to place, forum shopping, looking for convenient, positions. And I said, look, what is this? You said that, but you have become the quintessential example of this nomadic movement. Because, everywhere a problem shows up, you bail. You just simply, abdicate, you run to look for a more convenient place. And you want to be president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. How does that work? You see, look, we've caused no problems for these guys. They obviously are the architects of whatever it is they're going through. So when I hear people like your last guest suggest APC did this or didn't do that, I just shake my head and, close my eyes, and I don't want to see it because it's just ridiculous. These are men who claim to be, to have done everything well, who claim all the prestige that exists in the universe, who themselves, are conduct.
Now, you watch this video, but in Nigeria Info, the FM, when they had, I think, a radio call, when they were having a conversation, I want you guys to watch this particular 2 videos. One, we are talking it down on Peter Obi that this is the end of Peter Obi, that ever since Peter Obi left Labour, Peter Obi will never amount to anything anymore. He does not have the force. While the other one is praising Peter Obi for leaving Labour to ADC, from ADC to NDC. And I want you guys to watch these 2 particular interviews. We'll be right back.
Obi has lost it. The moment he left the Labour Party, how can you use 3 or 4 different parties in the space of 2 years or 1 year, if I'm correct? So the obedience will low in the last election. If his popularity was like 80% then, he has reduced to 45% this time around. So for me, I don't think, with the way things are going, this is not Tinubu photo. I don't like Tinubu, I don't like APC. But all the other politicians, they are just giving room for one party system. It's not Tinubu that is doing all this thing now. It's the out selfishness and the out greed. How can Obi leave ADC at this moment? Is he running from Atiku?
The movement of Obi and Kwankwaso into the NDC, in the circumstance we find ourselves, is the best thing that can happen to the next election if NDC does not develop internal problems too. I'm saying this because, one, I have it on authority that Kwankwaso had long agreed that the South should complete its term of 4 years. And so had agreed to run with Obi as running mate. This is a good development in the polity. Now, the 2 personalities involved here are phenomenally very popular people. You see, for the opposition, you need candidates that have vote banks. They can give you a head start in the race against an incumbent. So that where the incumbent will have to use resources and state resources to, ensure support for its political aspiration, being an opposition and having no such resources, you must have a popular candidate that people can volunteer for free of charge on election day and vote for free. Both of these candidates have that advantage, that head start. They are popular across the north and across the south, both of them. Now, coming together under the platform of NDC, let me also point this out. When the NDC was launched, Seriake Dixon as a person, even though the NDC does not itself have a clear-cut ideology, but there's something that Seriake Dixon has been able to do. Seriake has been able to communicate an intention to provide good governance. He himself had identified a lack of ideology as a barrier of Nigerian politics and has talked about how his own party is going to develop a manifesto that will capture the aspirations of the people.
Now, everybody is talking about Peter Obi. I don't know why nobody is focusing on any of that political party, that she worry or the rest people. Their focus is on Peter Obi. Peter Obi defected to ADC. Everybody just forgets Labour Party. Labour Party seems not to be in existence anymore. ADC becomes the focus of this Nigeria government. Everybody's talking about it. ADC. They made sure that they took this whole case to court. Eoshema, that on his own said that he stepped down for David Mark, automatically said he no one step down again. They don't go give him money. He used his own hand to scatter his own political party. Now, I want you guys to watch this particular video from Channel TV when this guy talked about the defection of Peter Obi. We'll be right back.
For those things that politicians are not saying, I will not be able to say for them, but I've said that I'm speaking very honestly as a person who has been here from the beginning. I did not join this process midway. I was at the beginning, and I know whatever has been happening. And I speak with all honesty that I do not also see, because when we started hearing rumors about the two of them, leaving the party, we were surprised. But they have come to explain themselves, and I think we should believe them. That, the things they have said are the things they mean, or that the things they have not said are the things they may mean. But the fact remains that from the perspective of the political party, there is nothing that should cause concern to anybody who is a member who is aspiring to the office of president, as far as I can know. Right. Now, we are aware that all the problems of the ADC are externally engineered, but we are overcoming them one by one. And I think for a person, for me as a lawyer, I am very certain that we don't have any problem at all with the litigations that are pending. Some people are saying, well, since the Supreme Court did not conclude the entire matter and send it back to the Federal High Court, that it's a red flag. It is not. It is the normal process. All right. The Federal High Court, which is the court of first instance, did not make any judgment on this issue. And the Supreme Court has simply said, look, since there is no substantive judgment on which you can go on appeal, and the one you attempted at the Court of Appeal is invalid, just go back there. And what the Federal High Court is requesting is simply, we cannot give a judgment ex parte on a matter that is as contentious as the one that Nephew Bala brought. I said, look, you have to put the other party on notice. Right. And the party was called upon to come and show court why Nephew will not be granted his request. And I believe that that matter is going to be resolved very easily. The other issue that is pending is the one from the state chairman. They have sworn to an affidavit themselves that their tenures terminate by 19th of May. 19th of May, just a few days ago, and I don't think we need to worry about those ones. Right. We don't have any litigation challenges at all that should frighten anybody, except the person did not seek proper legal advice.
As we wind up, I also want you guys to watch this particular guy, Daddy of Nigeria. You know, this guy that always speaks eloquently in KRCast. His own opinion regarding Peter Obi leaving ADC to NDC, and I want you guys to watch this video. We'll be right back.
So, like I stated before, we're going to discuss about this ADC to NDC move. It has already been long overdue. I've been expecting Peter Obi to move, because if you can't give us a flag bearer for a very long time up to now, what are you still doing there? And you're even in a party that we are instead of preparing for election, we are busy going to court to defend the party, when we know that everything was done legitimately. This shows the amount of infiltration that has entered the party. It is a very strong move that I must commend. It's a brave action. And this is why I'm even advising people that believe in this movement, like me myself, go to ndcregistration.com, register. It's either you're registering as a party agent, as a member. It's important to register as a member, party agent, or any position you want to run for. There is still time to submit the list to the INEC, which is part of the new electoral law. Let's move now, before it's too late. Because this ADC, the crisis is too much. You might end up being in the coalition under ADC, winning, and we start going back to court to continue defending. You start hearing stuff like the primaries that were done, we are not legitimate, like the convention. They have been calling the convention non-legitimate convention because it was not recognized. So stuff like that is not what we need now. We need to be on this very strict line so that we know where we hit these people when it comes. I know a lot of people will still come under the comment section, people supporting the APC. You have your own opinion, you can state whatever you want to state. But the truth remains and lies with you. You know the truth. When a party is not working perfectly, we should be looking at removing those people and bringing in a new set of people. Me, I am of the opinion that we need a very good candidate to lead this country, not just removing and replacing with someone that will be worse or someone that we don't have any track record of. How can you be running for election for years and you still continue running up? See, let's respect what the guideline that everybody has already been following. This is the time for the South. The South has already produced a very good, perfect candidate, which is Mr. Peter Obi. I will argue it with you anywhere, anytime, any day. If you don't like it, I will still argue. If you can come to my DM or we see one-on-one, I will still argue with you. I don't believe Atiku should be in that ballot. It's like splitting votes. We will hear stuff like this in the coming weeks. It's like splitting votes. It's like wasting of Nigerian time. This is an eye-opener. Anybody bringing up the malicious conclusion stating that anybody that moves from the ADC is working for the for Tinubu, These are just things they use to cage and compel you to just stay there without doing anything. You have to come out, be in the right position, and let's fight for this country that is already ours and it doesn't belong to a group of people or one family name. The solution is here. Register now at ndcregister.com. ndcregister.com. Go and register. It's either as a member, candidate, whatever you want to register. Join us now. Let's move to the permanent site. It's not too late.
Of a truth, either they like it or not, anywhere Peter Obi go, even if Peter Obi leave this party now, NDC, and go to any other party, Nigerians will go with him. Earlier they know this, the better for them. But I don't really know why they so much hate. They just hate this particular man. And they are also using his own people to fight against him. Tinubu bought all the criminals in the Southeast, using EFCC to pressurize them as the city boys to campaign for him. Atiku is buying the rest and giving them excess money for them to support him in primaries. And I don't know why. I don't know what they want Peter Obi to do. Peter Obi said, I don't want to use money to beg people to vote for me. If I felt like, so I have to spend all my hard-earned money to beg you to vote for me, I felt the need to leave that party and go to a party that is fair, credible, and there is equity there. I don't need to lobby. That's what is paying Kenneth Okonkwo. Kenneth Okonkwo does shop money now. So it depends as if Peter Obi left the NDC and is crying. Do you know what they are doing right now? The Northerners are also planning, which is the elite now, like this man is speaking now, saying that he will make sure that they took NDC to court for accepting Peter Obi because that is not the proper way to go to defect from one party to another. I say they say they get proper way again. Person join this party, say I not do again, come on, go join another party. They say they will also take NDC to court to fight that case. But I just hope, let's see what Peter Obi is going to do regarding to this whole case. And Atiku on the other hand, I hope finally now he will run at his 80-something years old, because saying at this last tenure, if Tinubu win again, maybe before Tinubu leave office, which is 4 years, then Atiku will be 80, I think 88. So maybe I don't really know why. Some people are saying that they are using him as an instrument to distract the rest people. That is the issue he had with, what's it called, Nelson Wike. That's why Nelson Wike is bitterly angry with him. Anyway, I rest my case here. I love you guys. God love you more. If you love us, the only way you can show your support to us is to like this video. For those of you that are here, I will put this part where this guy was saying that they will also sue NDC to ensure that Peter Obi will not run. So I rest my case. If you have not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please, guys, I'll be begging you guys. I don't take for this 270. I don't take for this 170 something subscriber. Can you take me to 200,000? Please, guys, keep on subscribing until you see me get into that 200,000. Before this year runs out, I just want to celebrate that 200,000 subscriber. I love you. You guys have made it happen before. I know you can do it again for me. Peace out.
So, 15 ina zuwa kotu. Na kai shugabannin ƙasa, na kai Jonathan kotu, na kai Buhari kotu. Saboda haka ni ba a amfani da ni, a yi gaskiya.
Amma abin da wasu kawai za su tambaya shine tunda da ita NDC din nan ba ita kadai bace jam'iyyar siyasa, me ya sanya ku bangaren ku kawai kuka sanya ma ita ainihin NDC din ido ita kadai?
Haba kai kuma wani irin tambaya kake yin wannan? Akwai wata jam'iyyar da ta je ta karbi rijista ba ta applying ba ne? Ka gaya mini iya akwai. Ai saboda NDC ta je ta karbi rijista ba ta yi ko applying ba, ba ta ciki ta ka'idan da doka ta ce ciki ta ba, ba ta ciki ta ka'idan da constitution na Najeriya ce a ta cikita ba, ba ta cikita ka'idan da INEC ta ce ta cikita ba. Shi ne ya sa, abu gashi nan kazanta, ka zo kana cewa NDC, to ka gaya mini wace jam'iyya ce wanda aka yi mata rijista ba tare da ta cikita ka'idoji ba. Ka gaya mini, in ka gaya mini zan kai ta.
I also wish Labour Party good luck with any court cases that they have. And I also have a suggestion. Now that Obi and Kwankwaso are working on the OK ticket, I think Atiku can pick Kenneth Okonkwo as his vice. Yeah, so Atiku and Kenneth Okonkwo will make a very good combination. Meanwhile, as for me, my family and everybody that I have influence over, we are packing our things to NDC. Anywhere Obi goes, we follow. We follow him like zombie. If Obi goes to house party, we'll follow him. If he goes to Indomie party, we are there. Even if he goes to after party, party after party, we follow him. Thank you once again for your attention to this matter. NDC, we move. Cheers.